Mom and I welcome you all to MomDas Life Handmade. I look so excited because today is Useful DIY Challenge February 2020 and I welcome you all. I want to thank Sarah for hosting this month's challenge with me. I want to thank each and every participant to this month's challenge and all the viewers who visit this challenge every month and this month. Please visit the playlist for more inspirations, more ideas. For this month's challenge, I have created the playlist and the link to the playlist is in the description box of this video where you can go and add your video to the playlist. If there is any problem adding your video to the playlist, as I always say, make some noise, let me know through the comment in this video or mail me or somehow let me know and I'll add your video to the playlist, pick and add it to the playlist. My channel is all about doing DIY decor home recipes, so in a budget, picking very ordinary item and turning them into useful and beautiful items. And if you love such content and if you're new to this channel, please hit the red subscribe button given below the video and the notification bell so that you're notified each time I post my video. This month's theme is mason jar crafts. Mason jars are very utility items and we all tend to buy things every day in everyday life and many of them comes in many kinds of jars. Before I start and share with you my today's DIYs, I want to share some of the DIYs in which I have used mason jars, different shapes and sizes in my home, and these are something that I regularly use in my home. I use mason jars extensively in my pantry for storing things. Inexpensive way and eco-friendly way of storing things in pantry. I made this beautiful luminary for the fall season. This is so pretty when the light is inside. This is something for keeping washing powder. I made this chalkboard labels for the lid and the front and it says washing powder, clean. Then I also painted a mason jar in plates or buffalo check as a vase or vase. So these are some of the items that I have done in my recent past with using mason jars and I really use them in home. I tried to stain this jar and I can put some seashells inside it, add a tea light and it looks beautiful in the evening, beautiful for parties. Both the luminaries serve me very well. And today I'm going to share with you a few DIYs and end of each DIY I will be also sharing some special tips, hacks or suggestions related to that DIY so that you can enjoy the versatility and use these DIYs, make these DIYs in your own fashion for your own home. For this I'm using a clear and cleaned mason jar. I'll remove the lid. I'm using my home real lime from my own garden and some lime leaves. I'll need some water and a little tea candle. Make sure that the base is flat or you are using a floating candle for this. So I'll put some leaves and lemons and layer them. Such that it forms a pretty display outside. I'll make sure that it is about 1 inch thickness below the top rim. I'll fill till this point with water. One must make sure that everything is submerged well in water. Then I'll take my tea light and gently place over the water so that it floats here and it's ready. I also added a little jute string and a bow near the neck of the bottle to give it a little extra beauty. beautiful luminary or floating candle using mason jar is very versatile in the sense I use limes in this. You can use any kind of fruits or fresh florals in this. The florals and the fruits can stay fresh in water for about a week and then you can change it. You can even use artificial florals in this water. They will not rot, but only caution that you need to maintain is whatever you add in the water should stay submerged in the water and not touch the candle wick. For this DIY, I'm using very simple items. 2 jars of different shapes. It doesn't matter. Size can vary depending on what you fill in them. So these both have got this green lid, therefore I chose them together so that they can make a collection basically. I'm going to make these jars for holding a few items, maybe for gifting, and I'm going to use some felt pen, color pens, a little bit of crepe paper, color of your choice, glue stick or any kind of glue, a little cardstock paper or chart paper in color of your choice, and I've got these bunny cutouts of paper cutouts. You can print them out and cut them out, or you can use some stickers. So I've used this 2 bunny cutouts, and obviously I need some scissors. So for this, I'm going to measure how much is inside of this lid and take a little less than that so that the bunny ears that I'm going to create can sit in easily. So a little less than the center of the lid. Fold it slightly, say about a finger thick, fold it slightly, and on this portion I'm going to draw 2 bunny ears. Now this portion I'll snip it right in the center till the bunny ear or till the fold. Now I'll fold one back side and fold one on the front side. So I've got this bunny ears. On the back side I'll just draw some outline of the bunny ears. Now add some glue and stick it on top of this lid. Now if the lid is, it's more or less green, very less writing is seen, but if your lid needs to be painted, one can paint it in the desired color. I'm going to make this bunny ear stand because I added glue and the 2 stands go on 2 other sides. It will stand very easily like this. Now for the edge. So this is the general circumference of how much I need. A little more than the circumference. I fold it. It's a crepe paper and I fold it again. Then I make thin slits . Unfold it . Just make fine plates so that it rests easily. Now I'll take one of the bunny and stick it in front of the glass jar. this is very interesting and cute way of gifting things or making things for kids party or even for your guests who come as a parting gift. Now the only suggestion that I would like to say here is regarding the bunny sticker. Now if the content inside the mason jar is in dark color, then you can always go ahead and use the white stickers the way I did. Now if the content inside the jar is going to be light colored, say you are using it to fill marshmallows, popcorns or white chocolates, something which is wrapped in white colored foil, then the white bunny sticker in front of the jar will not show that well. In that case, use a black colored sticker, chalkboard paper or a black chart paper and cut a bunny shape and add it. You can even make shapes like eggs for a variation. It's time to get our hands dirty. I have said many a times in my videos that I love plants in my home. So I'm going to show how to make a potted plant in a mason jar, or you can even make a terrarium in the same fashion. So I've taken a regular mason jar, jam jar. I've removed the lid. I'll keep the lid for now, not discard it. And on the neck of the bottle, I added some jute string and tied a bow. My jar is ready for now. Now taking this lid, I've taken a little fabric mesh with very fine pores in it, and I traced out a circle and cut out. And I've got 3 such cutouts. I'll tell you why I need them in a while. Now here I have some white sand. You can use any kind of sand. Some potting soil or garden soil. You can use a specific type of soil for the kind of plant you're using. Some activated charcoal, very little amount. These are your choices. Like I got some pebbles just for decoration, and I got some white gravel or white stone chips. Again, it serves 2 purposes other than decor. It is also useful. Coming back to this mesh, you can use a fabric mesh, or you can even take a plastic and poke holes in it so that the water can pass through. Now why do I need this? This tip is especially for those people who are not skipping through the videos and are sticking with this video throughout will get this special tip. This specific fabric mesh or any kind of mesh that you're using, it will not be seen in the final product, but will be separating the 2 layers so that the 2 layers don't mix and the jar looks pretty. At the same time, the pores will allow the water to pass through. Now I will start first with the layer of sand. You can start first with a layer of either sand, or you can go for big stones or pebbles or rocks. These have to go in the bottom layer of the jar for creating that false drainage system. There are no holes in the jar or mason jar, but the drainage has to happen properly, otherwise the plant will rot, the roots will rot and the plant will die. Therefore, about at least an inch we need to fill with something which will help the excess water to drain down, and we need to water the plant cautiously because this excess water with capillary action will keep the soil moist for a long time. So bottommost layer, I'll put some sand, I'll put a divider, and then I'll add some white chips for some decor as well as drainage, 2 purpose. Again, I'll put a divider mesh, and then I'll put some activated charcoal. Now activated charcoal serves a very important purpose. This prevents molding or fungus in the soil or the roots. So that's very helpful. You need a very thin layer of it. Again, a divider layer, and then I'll put the potting soil and add my plants. Now let me change the angle of the camera and let's begin. some water to water this. Don't pour water directly over it. I love plants, and I love plants inside my home as well. So this kind of planter or a terrarium can be made using any size, any shape of a jar. Now if the plant is small and you are placing it inside the jar, you can cover it and it becomes a closed terrarium. The only thing is, if the plant starts to grow more than the size of the jar, you need to change or shift the plant. The second suggestion is, you can vary the amount of sand or the gravel in the bottom layer. Here you can add more interest by using colored gravel or colored sand, and it can be thick or thin layer as you please, and this would give you a different look each time you make them. So you can make a collection of them and enjoy them, a little bohemian touch, a little bit of nature in your home. Hope you liked my today's DIYs, and if you like the content of my channel, do hit the red subscribe button given below the video, and I will see you soon with my next DIY very soon, and until then, take care.